1 2 1 2, and what it do is your boy Snax, and we back with episode 47 of Just Hear Me Out podcast. And listen, I'm feeling good today, obviously, right? I mean, I got this Hawaiian shirt on, right? That's because temperatures have been rising at work. I mean, not just at work, but at least on the earth in Georgia anyway, it's getting hot and humid out here. It was humid today. It was humid last week. And so I have invested in some Hawaiian shirts. It's airy, and I'm loving it. I started off because on Fridays at work, we are encouraged to wear Hawaiian shirts, for Fridays. But I bought me some and I wore one last Friday. And I think I'm just going to invest in Hawaiian shirts, and I'm going to wear Hawaiian shirts every day. It feels good. You see this thing on me and I'm looking good. I mean, even if to you I'm not looking good, to me I am. And I'm feeling good. And so, yeah, it's going to be Hawaiian shirts. Yeah, I might take it outside to work and just start wearing them indefinitely because it feels good. Now, I might have to give me a little size up, go one size up maybe, unless I'm fixing to hit it hard and lose some of this weight like I should be doing, which takes me to my next topic, which is I bought a blood pressure monitor. I bought a blood pressure monitor and it came in last week, and I have been using that thing and I have been checking my blood pressure like 3 times a day. I'm feeling like it's high. I'm fatigued all the time. I actually think that, I got on glasses right now because, my eyesight was blurry without them, but I'm starting to think it's related to my blood pressure. And so now I'm up in the ante as far as my step count a day. To at least 10,000 a day. I'm trying to cut back on my sugars, cut back on my carbs. Today I was drinking, I'm trying to eat more bananas, but today for once in my life, and I was drinking juiced celery and beets. Now I could have ate the celery, and I have before, and other times when I was on diet, I ate celery with peanut butter in it. That's a thing. But to drink it with beets, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. If all I'm going to do is, make me a glass of it in the morning and just drink that, I could do that because it wasn't that bad at all. Now I do need some things that I might add to it. So should this make it in a reel? If you know anything that I can add to celery and beets, because they're supposed to, help regulate your blood pressure. And so, yeah, let me know. I think they offer ginger. They offer, I think, green apple or something like that. But yeah, anything that can kind of sweeten it up, that's just regular. That's natural. Some fruits. I can't put no sugar in it. I'm trying to stay away from processed sugars. And so I think they said also I could have orange juice. And they talk about I could eat avocados, but avocados is dead. Nobody finna eat avocados. But yeah, so I'm in these Hawaiian shirts, feeling comfortable because I don't have to wear 2 shirts. It makes me feel like I'm outside at the beach. That's one little thing I like to do to add, because our work hours could get long. And when I'm there long, I like to embrace the time and make it feel more homely because you're there practically more time than you're at home. I'll do something else, like I'll bring my cup of coffee with me in a cup instead of in a to-go cup. I have a ceramic cup, like one you might drink out of in your house, and I have and walk around with it. Excuse me. Excuse me, sorry y'all. And I'll drink out of it at work. So yep. That's what has been going on lately with me anyway, but we're going to jump right into these news topics that I've chosen that's been kind of major headlines. One of them has been, and I want to start off with this one, is this whole idea of Trump and this $1.7 billion package that he got for people, for non-weaponizing, I guess but basically what is it seems like it's reparations for the people on January 6th. Just to be honest, for the people who had the insurrection on January 6th, they stormed the White House, and he wants to take out money for those people because they were targeted by the government. And to me, that is crazy because listen, $1.7 billion for people who were doing wrong. Basically nationally terrorizing, national terrorists. And so they come under investigations, and I think it's called for unlawful investigations. But what? And this is funded by the taxpayer, which he now is seeking protection from, so they don't investigate him. So he gets to get away with all kind of fraud, right? Never be investigated again. But he wants us to pay the $1.7 billion. And then we got to remember, we ain't forgot that he incited them basically before they stormed. He basically said, y'all come on in. Come on in. And so they did. And now they're getting a payout. They're getting a payout. And the crazy part about it is, and it's rumors going around that he's doing this because of midterm so he could win it. And yeah. I'll not win it, but so he can get more supporters, right? You give folks these monies. Next thing you know, hey, this is our guy. We're going to vote for him again. Despite the fact that the gas prices are high because of this war that he's in with overseas that don't got nothing to do with us. He literally got on a platform last week and they was investigating. I mean, they was asking him questions. And he said, I don't really care about America's financial status. That's you and I, taxpayers. With these high-ass gas prices. He don't care nothing about it. He want to make sure Iran don't have weapons of mass destruction, nuclear weapons. It's the same old weapons of mass destruction, as if nobody else got some. But we're going to just play. We're going to play. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to let him say it for you. Let's see. We're going to run it back. We're going to let you hear him say it. Let's see if you can run it.
I don't think about Americans' financial situation.
Mr. President, to what extent are Americans' financial situation motivating you to make a deal?
Not even a little bit. The only thing that matters when I'm talking about Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon. I don't think about Americans' financial situation. I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's all. That's the only thing that matters. I don't think about...
And so, you hear that? He don't care nothing about your financial status. He don't care nothing about none of our financial status. He just don't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon. I think if you ask Americans how they feel, and Americans, I ask you now, how do you feel about Iran having a nuclear weapon or these outrageous prices that we paying over here? I mean, even the people that voted for him, it's crazy. I mean, if they got weapons, who cares? We got weapons. Everybody got weapons. Iran is small. They let off a nuke. They gone. They gone. You know what I'm saying? He is equal. It's equal threats out here. And so, this $1.7 billion going to people who he he is worried about foreign threats while giving money to local threats that he incites to terrorize us. To terrorize our own country. He incited the insurrectionists and then finna give them a payout. And now it's saying, I don't care about none of this. We need to make sure Iran don't have no nuclear weapon. We worried about threats abroad when we got threats living right amongst us. And I would say, to some degree, the threats is sitting right in that house. But this just me, and I'm just hear me out podcast, and I would ask those who follow me, because the only way you pretty much gonna hear this is on a reel. But what are your thoughts? Those who voted for him. I want to hear you. Those who follow me on Instagram and on Facebook who are Trump supporters. What do you think about this? Because it's your hard-earned money that's paying the insurrectionists. Unless you saying if I would have known, I would have been right up there with them storming the White House. But I don't think gonna say that. The feds come snooping around, and now you under investigation, right? I mean, you can say it's for something else, but who's going to stop the insurrectionists for saying we was targeted? And then I hear 33 of them folks that got, the people that got arrested and went to jail, 33 of them after they got out went right back in. And some of them is pedophiles. Some of them went back in for pedophilic activities while we overlooking the Epstein, right? and Trump, who's also, named, but how to, and in what way, we don't know, because obviously, that's missing us, But anyway, that's I'm not gonna harp on this because this ain't no political show, but I wouldn't be doing you justice if I want to get on a stand or on any kind of box and I don't, mention the things that affects us all. And this definitely affects us all, no matter which way you look at it. And I do believe, and it's just conspiracy, but I do believe that the money is going to get funneled to his supporters so that their backs are strengthened and they come out when he need them, when he activate them. Yeah, just like he did on January 6th. He setting it up to do it again. He throwing them the alley. Anyway, went into something a little more lighter. I seen this and I kind of wanted to talk about it. It's something way lighter. We got a couple more things we're gonna talk about after this, but a question I want to ask. What things are pet peeves for you when someone comes over? And I need honesty today. What's a pet peeve when somebody comes to your house? Not a crime, not a felony. I mean, the type of stuff that make you want to toss them out like Uncle Phil did Jeffrey in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We all got them things that we like, listen, man, but don't come over my house, doing da-da-da-da-da. We don't play that over here. It could be what, like number twos? You might not like somebody to come to your house and do a number two. I would say that, honestly, for me, I'd be scared. Or I hate to do it to them. I leave. If I'm coming to visit you, I leave and go to the store real quick and come back. Because I don't want to blow your bathroom up. Why? Because listen, I drops bombs. There's no question about it. Showing up with extra people might be something that you don't like, or not offering to help. Like when it comes time to clean up, like with dishes, if you come over for a meal and after everybody done ate, you dip out when it's time to clean up. I know black folks be like, now you need to get in this kitchen. My mama was telling you, hey, we got to clean this kitchen now. And she gonna go look for you. Yeah, that's how she was raised. I'll tell you, it's one, that people might not like that I do. Open up your fridge. I do that. I come to your house and I want to see what you eat. I will open up your fridge and you might not like it, but yeah, let me know what's some things that you don't like. And it's, in the comments, because this definitely going to the reels, but yeah. We're going to jump from that one and we're going to go on to the next story that's making headlines. And it's been making headlines for at least, maybe 2-3 weeks. And this is going on with this Kevin Hart and Tony Hinchcilfe, the jokes that he made. I'm just going to play the audio, because Kevin is having to go on an apology tour. And I hate to see it. But we're going to jump right into what I'm not even going to waste y'all's time. We're going to get right to it and what was said and then my thoughts. Here we go. Let me turn this volume up. Oh, hold on. Well, we got technical difficulties. I'm the engineer, but we having difficulty. Here we go, right here.
Yeah, the George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience, but our audience that's watching the roast, if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it. You get why the racial humor is on the table. Like, it's not, I wasn't shocked. Like, that's what they do. Go look at the Tom Brady one. Like, that's what they do. It happens every year when they do a roast. It's not new. This isn't it's not a new agenda. It's not a new approach to comedy.
Do you feel like Tony Hinchcilfe went too far when he made that joke about George Floyd?
It's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
I don't expect less. I don't expect more.
I feel like you're saying going too far is the point. I don't know if put words in your mouth.
Yes, I mean, that's why you're there. Yeah, the George Floyd joke.
So, Tony Hinchcliffe made a joke, and I should have got the joke, but it's about George Floyd. He made fun of George Floyd, and he wasn't even making fun of. I forgot. It wasn't even aimed at at Kevin, you know. But folks were offended. George Floyd was a senseless murder that didn't have to happen. And people are outraged that Tony Hinchcilfe used it to make a joke or made light of it in a joke that he told. And people are up in arms. Charlemagne asked Kevin if he thought that joke went too far. And in my opinion, no. I've heard at least more than one comedian say we shouldn't be out here. Comedians in no way should be apologizing for their jokes. First of all, this is a roast. These ain't just jokes, but this is a level up above a roast. You know what I'm saying? You might have rappers and they might make diss tracks, but then you got battle rappers, right? And it's a little different. Rappers might say things on an album that rappers will never say on an album. Sometimes what battle rappers may say in a battle rap, because it's two different platforms, but it's the same genre, two different things is going on. Roast, they not just telling jokes, they cracking jokes on other folk. You know how it go. And so he told some jokes that may have been distasteful for some, hilarious for others. You should not have to apologize for that, because no matter what jokes you tell, it's going to be at the expense of somebody, especially during a roast. And you literally watching it to watch him roast other people. I mean, there was plenty of jokes thrown at Cheryl Underwood because her husband committed suicide back in the 90s. She took it like a champ, but people thought that was distasteful. And it's funny that you listen to one of the people that was at the roast. I think Chesley Hander got up and she said on a platform on a podcast last week about how she thought it was so distasteful. Well, ma'am, you're a comedian. I wouldn't even expect a comedian I would expect that a comedian would leave room for other people working their craft in that industry. I mean, because they was coming at her with some hard stuff that was crazy, but she took it. Why she should expect everybody else to take it? And it really not. She was, I think, the only person that was on a panel of comedians that actually had a problem with it. Nobody else said anything. They made fun of Pete Davidson's dad. I think he died in 9/11. But I think it's crazy that we are upset about that. To me, it makes me think about basketball and football. People will say, basketball and football used to be way more entertaining when they didn't have so many rules. Well, what happens when comedy goes down that path? There's going to be less laughs. Less laughs because we're too afraid to offend people. But that's what happens when you tell jokes. And especially at a roast. And then what made me sad about it is in this Breakfast Club interview, Kevin, not only, because you didn't even hear the part where then he begins to, because at first he was saying, you heard him say, Tony Hinchcilfe is being Tony Hinchcilfe. That's what he does. I don't feel good nor bad about it. That's just what he do. Then later on in the interview, he defends himself even more. And that's when I kind of hang my head because I'm sad about it. He says, I didn't say it. Y'all are treating me as if I said it. And in the comments on some of these social media posts, they calling him a coon, a sellout. They saying Cat Williams was right. And I'm like, first, Kevin, why are you defending it? Why are you why are you trying to separate yourself from it? You're a comedian, sir. Don't you want room to be able to tell these jokes? As soon as you come in there and just like Chelsea, you come in there and cut the legs off of a comedian for a joke they told, them same folk gonna come after you when you tell a joke that they don't like. And now you don't got no room. You got to fix your joke. Do you want to fix it? Do you want to have to fix your jokes? You know, and that's my point of the whole thing. And again, just like battle rappers go at each other and they come in for your head. At a roast, they come in for your head. People out here too sensitive. We too sensitive in 2026. You can't get nothing done. You can't laugh. Listen, if you wanna cry, because all this crying they doing in the comments on social media, go to church. Go to church and cry. You can cry at church. But if you come to the comedy show, you come in to laugh, not take offense. What? It don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense to me. And so that's my thing. That's my thing on that. We got one little topic. One more topic we're gonna cover, and then I'm gonna be out of y'all's hair. Shoes, this, and that's a word about brainwashing. I was having about when people say, that religion is brainwashing. Me and a friend of mine was having a conversation about this just last week. It's on that book that I've been reading, The Benefits of Religion. And I think I read some of it to you. But you get the sense that religion is a brainwashing. And it's true. I'm not coming to argue it. Religion is brainwashing. But in order for it to be effective in the purpose it was sent, is belief. And that comes with brainwashing. Washing out all beliefs about everything else. Reformulating your mind to think in a certain way. But it is made to give you a more peaceful, a better life, regardless of how you look at it. In order to affect some sort of changed behavior, you want your responses to life to be second nature. And that will be whatever religion you are in. I mean, in Christianity, the whole thing is that you want to be Christ-like. Well, in order to be Christ-like, you're going to have to know his words, know the word of God, and you're going to want it to be second nature. Like you automatically do it. When temptation arises, you have a quick response. It ain't no, what do I do? You've experienced rituals and quoted scriptures and sang songs that created belief inside of you that your response to whatever temptation comes second nature. You don't question it. Where you question, you lose. In the garden, she questioned. She lost. We lost. Shouldn't the tenets of your religion be so interwoven into who you are that again is second nature? The brainwashing means you're for me, it's not, they say brainwashing, but it's a brainwashing so that something else can be put in its place. The brainwashing is not bad. You got bad thoughts. You got things that may be wrong, a wrong way of thinking when you're getting your brain washed. Well, what you going to do once your brain washed? The brainwashing is not bad. You're really just clearing the plate. Just what you're going to put on it afterwards is just in religion's sake, you brainwashing and putting whatever the tenets of that religion is in its place. Faith in that religion comes from saying a thing over and over till you believe it. And it's that type of belief that you actually want, right? That type of commitment, right? But it's going to come through, repeating it over and over again, whether it's repeating it because the pastor or the spiritual leader said it, repeating it through the songs that you sing, through whatever rituals you may go through, in baptism or in prayers over dinner and bedtime prayers, morning prayers, whatever, a prayer book that you got. That brainwashing is going to come through ritualistic repetition. And it's meant to be that way. This is how you find therapy. This is how you find comfort. This is how you find stability when things get shaky, because you have on the low instilled a faith in whatever it is that you believe, because of the brainwashing. The type of a washing you want is most certainly to alleviate doubt. A doubt that will have you blissful when others are scared. That sort of works like a drug, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, we've seen people be, so far removed from whatever is going on, and we say, what? Man, I need some of that. I need some of that. And that comes with brainwashing. You're so sure of that thing. You are not worried about what's going on around you. You are brainwashed. But ain't nothing wrong with a good brainwashing. Ain't nothing wrong with a good brainwashing. I mean, that's belief. And it's not just the confession of the belief that does it, but it's participation in the rituals and of the thing that reinforces the belief. And then that belief becomes part of an anchor in times of trouble. And that's what you want, right? You want to be sure when everyone else is unsure? Or you want to be sure in times when you yourself used to be unsure? You want to know that you know that you know that you know? A faith that's undescribable. A faith that will elicit maybe comfort in others, maybe questions that have them asking you, why you like this? Why you not bothered? Why you living that way? I think it's fair to say, you're embracing it. And my whole thing about talking about this is because I think religion is not just for your mortality, for heaven or hell or eternity, but it's for today. It's for how you live today, which would come with a good brainwashing. It's good for today, for your mental peace, for your relaxation, for your comfort, for your joy, for your peace, even in times of suffering. Comfort in suffering, believing for hope. And so I say embrace it. People are often trying to tell you that, hey, you were using religion as a crutch. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It helps me to keep going when you might want to give up. Yeah. It helps me keep going when I might have otherwise wanted to give up. And I'm going to tell you this, it is definitely for a better life. And not just for you, for those you interact with on a daily basis. Don't they deserve your best? Don't they deserve your best? And that best can be brought by through a good brainwashing. This is your boy. Episode 47, a Just Hear Me Out podcast. Thank you for rocking with me. If you enjoyed the show, wherever you find it at, like, subscribe, comment. If I see it, I'm gonna come and talk to you. We can talk. If you disagree with some of the things that I said, come through and correct me. I'm open. I'm an open book. We can talk about it. I'm willing to talk about it. I don't ever want to just get on this thing and just, say things that I don't believe in. I don't like it when podcasters do that, when they just come on and just say stuff just for clicks, just for attention. I do think that maybe sometimes my opinion may be different than the loudest out here. I was and I'm gonna stop if I say this. I have different people in my life who have amazing opinions, and I listen to them talk, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, and that's not the majority. And they'll say, well, the world is not ready. And I tell them, listen, yeah, they're never going to be ready. And the stuff they're listening to is just because the person saying it is loud And if you don't say nothing, they the only one they hear. You got to get out here with your different opinion and give people a different way to see things, a different perspective. So, and that's literally what I'm trying to give, a different perspective. To get a conversation started, to have a conversation. This is what Just Hear Me Out is all about. Well, anyway, this is your boy, Snax, in my Hawaiian shirt. Y'all may shoes. This may be my theme all summer long. I may just have a different Hawaiian shirt on every time y'all see me. I like these Hawaiian shirts. They feel comfortable. Well, thank y'all for watching. And we'll catch you on the rebound. It's your boy. Just Hear Me Out podcast. Deuces.
Just Hear Me Out podcast with Snax and Big Flav. Not a tongue bitten and always worth a listen. Weekly on your favorite platform.